Vice Chair for the Office of the Ombudsman.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So we met briefly last time. I'm the Deputy Regional Commissioner. I'm studying for Secretary and
Okay.
Regional Commissioner of Eastern Region.
Your Excellency, my name is Caroline Delkifuru, Commissioner with the National Gender and Equality Commission.
Okay.
Thank you, Excellency. My name is Commissioner Queer, the National Gender and Equality Commission.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. Ransom Ingomna, Regional Director, Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions.
My name is Osman Mohammed. I'm a director at the Office of the Ombudsman.
Your Excellency, my name is Dan Karono. I'm a director of the Commission on Justice.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Josephine Motigo, Personal Assistant to the Chairperson of the National Gender and Equality Commission. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Geoffrey Obonyo, Director, Strategy Research and Compliance at the Commission on Administrative Justice.
Okay. Please.
Your Excellency, my name is Daisy Gosdi, Personal Assistant to the Chairperson of the Commission on Administrative Justice.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. I'm Samira Farah, Regional Director, NGO Coordination Board under the Ministry of Interior and Protection of Government.
Okay. Please.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. I'm Rose Chamba, aide to the Vice Chairperson. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Mercy Wambua, Commission Secretary, Office of the Ombudsman.
Okay.
Excellency, good afternoon. Betty Sungura, CEO, National Gender and Equality Commission. Thank you.
You meet me in Boston?
Yes, yes.
No. Not in Boston. We work in the village. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
You must. Yeah, you must, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Dr. Chamba Wamunyi, a Vice Chairperson of the National Gender and Equality Commission. Yes.
Great.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Mr. Dom, Commissioner of the Ombudsman. Yeah.
Anna Bamkidagane, Deputy Governor Garissa.
Wonderful.
That's our team, Your Excellency.
Very
And,
good.
we have the two commissions. As we stated earlier, we came to open an office which we are sharing the space with the National Gender and Equality Commission.
Just wanted to just read, but should we order for some lunch or something? Maybe we. Can we order for lunch? Are you guys have a time? You have a time?
CEOs, I'm looking at the CEOs because they are the planners. Commission secretaries.
Or we do lunch at
Your Excellency. Yes, Your Excellency, we really thank you for offering to buy us lunch.
Yeah, but I don't want to ask for tea now when it's lunchtime.
But we had made arrangements for lunch at the town, and part of the reason why we came here is also to invite you to join us there.
Okay. Great.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
All right. So we have lunch arranged.
Yes, we have lunch arranged. Thank you.
Thank you.
It should be by force, not you. We'll take up that one for you for now.
Thank you so much.
Next time when you come, you'll pay. You'll cut up for yours.
Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly.
The first time in Garissa, we'll take out for ourselves.
Asante sana.
I hope the boys are aware of that, Yusuf.
Yes.
So you have certainly spoken to the team.
Yes.
It's set everything.
Yes, it's set. Yeah.
That's understand.
Thank you, Excellency, also for extending that generation to us. Now, your generosity can be appreciated every time. We have actually said we'll be coming to Garissa most of the time. So, have a kitty for. But anyway, we are sharing office space with the National Gender and Equality Commission. As it is expected by the law, we are supposed to decentralize the offices of the Ombudsman. But unfortunately, we might not be able to have all the budgets required to open offices. But we also know and appreciate that wananchi mashinani, they require our services. That's why we've agreed after signing memorandum of understanding with the Gender Commission to share the space. We share their space in Garissa, but we also give them our space in Isiolo.
Okay.
So it's a partnership that extends not just in Garissa, Isiolo, but we want to continue extending that service.
Is that part of legal requirement?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The Constitution requires us to work in collaboration.
Oh, okay.
And part of the collaboration is making sure you take your services to the people.
Yes.
And because both of us may not have that budget, so we share the spaces that are
Okay.
available.
Yes.
But now we bring our officers to Garissa, then they share the space with the other commission. We spoke in Mombasa when we met for the induction. Our services include just resolving complaints that are brought by citizens against yourselves, the county government, so that now when they seek for service from the office of the governor or the national office, and they don't get that service, then they can come and report. They lodge a complaint to the office of the ombudsman. Then ours is not adversarial system. We don't fight. We try to negotiate. We provide alternative dispute resolution. Once a complaint is lodged, maybe there's some development that you promised in a certain ward that has not happened, and the citizens of that ward are dissatisfied. They lodge a complaint against you. We will come to you and try to have an alternative dispute resolution. We negotiate, we have mediation, and make sure that you understand the priorities as per the citizen's request or expectation, and now we resolve it without having to struggle or go to court. So we are stopgap measure. They don't have to take the county to court all the time, but they can always resolve that complaint through us. Now the same with access to information. When there's procurement processes and that someone has applied for a tender and they have not been able to get that tender, and they seek for information from you and you are not able to release that information, they can come to us and seek to understand why they didn't win that tender. So we will be speaking much more. We understand that we must do a lot of public awareness because the members of the public are not aware of what exactly we do, but we have champions in your DG who's been able to understand what we do, champions in the regional commission and the county commission, and you, of course, Excellency, you promised us in Mombasa that we also have the access to information and all these other resolution of complaints in your county. So we have offices in various other places, but this particular office is going to take care of Wajir and Marsabit and Kitui and Tana River, and then of course Garissa. So that is what we do on a day-to-day basis as the office of the ombudsman. But my sister also can speak about the gender commission as well.
Thank you. Your Excellency, we deal with two aspects: gender equality and non-discrimination. We don't want people discriminated, so we advocate for inclusion. When it comes to gender equality, I think people have misunderstood us to be too proud, but that is part of the job. The whole idea is about gender mainstreaming, so that if it is in politics, those quotas that have been given to women go to women, and to men go to men. If it is boards, as per Article 27, if it is boards, then we see all people being given what they should have. So what we do in terms of gender, that is what it is, whether it is in politics, whether it is in economics, whether it is in social life. Now, when it comes to discrimination, it is in many shades and shapes, and it begins with the policy. So we are allowed as per law and the Constitution to take care of all the policies in this country, whether national or the county level. So when your CECs are coming up with a policy document, we are part of that public participation to make sure that it is in line with what is in the Constitution, because we talk constitutionalism, and it is in line with existing legislation. We, again, from the policies that we translate into laws, we look at the laws when they are still bills, so that the county assembly does not pass a bill that is against what the country stands for in terms of the Constitution, and more so, I keep on referring to what Kenya has ratified, the international instruments, like the one for PWD, that is CRPD, like the one for women, and there are so many of them, the one for children, because we deal with 7 different special interest groups, the women, the youth, persons with disability, other members of society, and we deal with minority and marginalized. So when there is no policy, we make sure that the policy that gets into
The
existence.
CBY commission also covers PWDs.
Yes, it does. It covers
That was
PWDs.
a different commission.
We are the ones for inclusion. So when we come to a building like
Was
this,
there a different commission for person to be
no, there is the National Council for
National
Persons.
Council.
That is a
That's a
council.
council.
That's a council.
Yes, just like the way there is something for children. But when it comes to the commission, we are the ones who deal with that. But all the international instruments, we make sure that Kenya adheres to those instruments. So where there is no law, for example, the PWD, their act is 2003, meaning it is not in line with our Constitution 2010. So we rely on CRPD because Kenya has ratified and the Constitution allows us to domesticate those instruments. So we look at that. And other than the legislation, because we expect all the bills that go through your county assembly, they should pass through us, so that we are sure that there is no discrimination, gender matters are taken care of. Then we follow after that legislation. When it becomes law, then there is the regulation. Those regulations, we still look at them to make sure that there is no discrimination coming up. Then we follow the guidelines. Like now we are talking of the guidelines for the PWDs. I hope, Your Excellency, you know they have been devolved. Now we are talking of the signing so that they get their cards, the registration at the county level. That will be coming. We have talked to your CEO at COG. So that is going to be coming down. We got it from the Minister of Health because it was only the Director of Health who was signing all those cards. So many people went and manufactured them from Lebanon, fake ones. And then somebody is nominated and then you realize they are not PWDs. Or they want to extend their service, they are not PWDs. So we looked into the guidelines, administrative procedures, so that nobody is discriminated. Now, we, like our sister organization, do alternative dispute resolution. And the commissioners have been trained, our CEO has been trained, and our officers on that, except just a few. I think it's only 2 commissioners who have now to be trained on ADI. So we try as much as possible just to sit and agree. Not the Masala way, but it is a replica of that. That's the African way of doing things. But when it doesn't work, then we get to court. I think you may be aware that in your other 2013, 2017, issues happened and we ended up taking the county assembly of Nakuru to court and Kisii. We took them to court because of nominations. And now I can see another one brewing because 21 counties have no PWDs. And thank you, Your Excellency. Your assembly is quite good because you have the PWDs, you have nominated the 16 women. You know, we monitor not only electioneering, but also we audit. We are going to be taking a round of audit, and those who don't comply, then we shall take them where they belong when we discuss and it doesn't work. Now, that said, it's not that we are that bad. We are very good because we want to work with you. It's only when things don't work, then we turn to the opposite direction. But I have one issue with the Katiba itself. There is need to relook at Article 177, which constitutes the county assembly, because Part B is so clear who should be nominated in terms of women. When it comes to Part C, it's not clear how many PWDs you should have. But when you look at Article 98, you'll find in the National Assembly, or even 97, in the Senate, they know they're supposed to have 1 male, 1 female. So the MCAs have been taking that and bringing it down and thinking it should happen in the county assembly when it is not provided for in law. Because the PWD Act is archaic, it doesn't provide. The international instruments do not provide, and there is no other legislation, including Article 19. So that is an area that when you meet with your colleagues, you need to relook at that, so that there is no hue and cry being taken to court, and then you go to court and get out and get away with it, because it's not specific. And as much as I would want to fight for PWDs, with all due respect to my vice chair and the vice chair of CAJ, that is an article that is not serving us right and needs to be done something. But to begin the fight, it has to begin with the Act, the PW Act, the PWD Act of 2003, so that it is passed, the amendment, and we make sure it makes provisions. Yes, so that was one request I was going to make. The other one, in Garissa, there was no elected MCA woman. There isn't, not even a single one. Previously, we had an MP who was elected, but now that lady has just been left out. So, are we saying wasichana hawajaenda shule? I don't know, because at times it is economic empowerment, and in your specific parties, you can sponsor these women. I know in Nyanza there has been sponsorship. I know where I come from, there has been sponsorship. Let's sponsor them. Let's get a few of them elected. Because once they are elected, they get empowered. Next time, once they are elected, they go get elected. If you check what has happened to our governance, the first lot of governors, the three of them, two of them had been ministers. We are aware of that. I mean, they had the resources, and their husbands were there to support them and their fathers and their families. Now, the others have known it is doable. We have more than doubled. They are now 7. I think you saw your colleagues. But if you look at each one of them, let me take an example of Kawira Mwangaza. The husband is there supporting her. I know you must have been in Mombasa, supporting her. When you look at this one in Homabay, the husband is there supporting her. When you look at the one in Machakos, there's no husband supporting her, but the Chama, Kalonzo Musyoka group, are really supporting her. When you look at Achan in Kwale, she's supported by the Chama so hard, by the time the husband comes, she's already a governor. So I think we need to support these women. They are our sisters, they are our daughters, they are our mothers. And we cannot have a team where you have one whole group missing. Women constitute more than 50% of the population of this country. We can't leave them out. It's just the same way I say we cannot leave out MCA youth at the local level. Youth are 70%. So let me not fight for this group. I talk quite a lot. Let me stop there. Thank you.
Any other tip?
No, it's okay.
It's okay. All right, great. I think first of all, let me once again say that we are one of the country, and I was going to ask actually, you chose Garissa. We are among how many councils that so far that you have offices?
For me, I have 6. I have Isiolo, which is the youngest. I have Garissa, which is the one of the oldest. I have Nakuru. I have Malindi.
You're not opening that for something?
No. For LGC is 2013 when it came to this place. So we have been here long enough. Then we have an office in Kitui, Isiolo, Nakuru, Kisumu, and we have one in Malindi. We have 6 of them.
6 councils.
Yes, but we are expected to have an office in every county. Now that we don't have, we have technical working groups in each of these counties. Yes.
So you asked your colleague partner to join you in the office in Garissa.
She was looking for an office she couldn't get, and when she came to me, I said, I have a big one. We can share.
Share the community.
And we can. We are not sharing cost. We agreed I would host her.
Okay.
When she went back, she thought, no, I should also host this girl. So she is hosting me in Isiolo.
Okay.
And if we get another office, one of us will get an office, we'll share, we'll get another one, and we'll get many more offices.
I must commend that relationship. Men no, not have had that kind of cordial. You guys are so good relation, isn't it?
Yes.
That's why they said what a man can do what?
One can do better.
Yes. Great. Your Honor, thank you very much for the office, for the gesture of the relationship that you guys have. And it's an honor that we have 2 officers now, 2 important commissioners in the county as well. So I think from mine is just to say Karibuni, we will look forward to definitely working together and making use of those officers, particularly, I mean, your office. Probably I will need some bit of time with our office. But as far as your office is concerned, we spoke a lot in Mombasa. I indeed had a lot from you during the presentation, and I was wondering whether all that was known to us before. Things that we can also even partly blame you for if they're not done properly. Because I think there's some things also we ourselves also need to ask you why it's not being done properly out there. Issues like, for instance, when the salary, like in the previous government here, the salary was taken to about 75% of the total income, total county revenues. And it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be 95% as per act. And what was the role that you guys were supposed to do? I mean, I was wondering, because you do get the reports. Wasn't there supposed to have been some kind of a whistleblowing or some kind of action on the side to stop that happened? Because when I was here previously, it was somewhere. Suddenly it has gone to 60 to 70%. What will be the role of the good office as the watchdog?
SRC. That's SRC.
Yes, it's SRC, but also as a Buddhist man. I think your office needs to play a role in ensuring that some of these things are sort of watched by you, looked by you, so that we not just speak out. But again, those are issues I think we need to discuss so that we can see how we can help each other in stopping counties from, in stopping me from, making overstepping what we need to. And that's really an ombudsman, the office of But nevertheless, I think once you have the team ready here, I'm sure we can.
We are doing passionate to do a lot of public education.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one actually is public participation, for instance, public education for both the two offices. I think what we need also is to work together to even educate our people and sensitize them on the need for public participation, because many times we even have difficulty in getting them to come forward and even take part in the important discussions. So it's not always that we're not against per se public participation. The public themselves are not forthcoming for that. So we need to work together on some of these issues. And therefore a lot of sensitization and a lot of working together. I think the matters of alternative dispute resolutions, we want them. We also need them. We have quite a few issues. So I don't know how much we're doing so far, but I think those are the if we can come together, sit down and see how we can create more opportunities for that people, so both people running the course. And spend a lot of money, I think it makes sense.
We already have our regulations to deal with that matter.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. We are very, very gender sensitive as a county. In my first government, 2013-2017, we had ministers, we had chief officers, I think almost 8 up to 10 of my senior officers, including I think chief officers who are persons with disabilities, they are women, for that matter. I'm very, very positive in terms of having women in the upper county government. So yes, I think you are talking about something that I'm quite happy with. So let's keep talking together. I'm okay with that. And I think having the office around here and hopefully get introduced to teams, I think what we need probably through my deputy governor, if we can have, once you guys are done, we can have a meeting with your team, your two teams here. I don't know who they are here. Maybe the local team.
That's the ones
that are here. Okay.
You can just say your name so that.
Excellency, my name is Abdullah.
Yeah.
Abdullah Ibrahim.
Okay.
Director of the Regional Office for National Gender Equality.
Okay. That's you, right?
Yeah.
And the other office?
Your Excellency, my name is Asaf.
Okay. Okay, good. Very good. I want to assign my deputy to working with you guys closely so we can see how we can really. I mean, these people here have come for a mission. They have come to establish themselves here for important mission to serve the country and the country. So let's work together to ensure that we also help you guys in executing your duties accordingly.
Thank you.
We will definitely, we're there because they mean well, they're here for a mission. They have been seen to be important missions, that's why they are in the country and in the country. And you can count on us for support. We will definitely support you and work with you. So Karibuni, it's unfortunate that we have lost the only MP, women MP.
Yeah.